Welcome into the CFB season show. What a great another weekend of college football. Also got some potential big news, maybe to break during the show. That would be pretty crazy. Would be a first. We got our
Right?
boy Austin straight from the Falcons game.
Man,
How we
it was
doing, brother?
ugly. It was a beat down in Atlanta today. I literally just walked in the door and jumped on camera. Didn't even have time to take this trash off. Um, that's all right though. I noticed you took your cowboy stuff off.
Yeah, I got the Cowboy stuff off. Screw the Cowboys.
Yeah, I don't blame
Screw the Cowboys. Uh,
you. But
Yeah, man, what a crazy weekend. Oh, I wouldn't say crazy, but pretty good weekend. Another college football weekend delivered.
yeah, it really was. Um, we I don't know. Like you made a comment last week that this point in the season, you kind of are what you are. We kind of know who everybody is. I still think there's a couple of teams we don't know how good they are, but we know they're a good football team. But yeah, more questions answered this week.
Yeah, I'm labeling this Saturday, and we'll get to why as thank you Saturday. And we'll get to that later. But let's
Next Saturday or this Saturday?
this that what just
Yesterday.
happened. Yeah,
Okay.
what just happened. First, we got to get to some news at the top of the show. Something that seems inevitable. I'm gonna try to pull it up, but apparently, there is some news out of Baton Rouge that we may be getting. I would imagine some point tonight. I am fixing to try to pull it up now. Sorry if you hear my kids. The concept of being quiet is not something they understand.
Yeah.
Um,
You ain't got to
but
explain it to me.
yeah. Gonna pull it up right now. Ross Dellinger of I think he's with Sports Illustrated. LSU administration and university executives have held and are holding high-level discussions over the future of Coach Brian Kelly. Sources tell Yahoo Sports while there is no immediate resolution, the conversations, which involves the state governor, are ongoing. Another report from somebody else, I ain't gonna pull it up, also mentioned the fact that they are sending coaches home. There's nobody at the facility. One source being quoted that it is a ghost town there. What's your thoughts on that, Austin?
Interesting, to say the least. But like you said, I mean, I've got the score pulled up from last night, and I'm just looking at it, and we talked about it on my ride home from Atlanta, and it's time.
Yeah, yeah,
You
it is.
know, I think I talk a lot of times, about certain schools, and they talk about firing a coach, and even when it's time, but I still think sometimes like you're not going to get anybody better than what you have. But this is LSU we're talking about. I think it's a little different situation, and you've been given, what is it, 4 years now? Is it
Yeah,
three or 4 seasons now?
and somebody had put on there. Somebody had tweeted out something. I think it's like Ed Orgeron, Nick Saban, and Les Miles all won national championships within 4 years.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. So not looking good for him, man. Not looking good at all. Um, Yeah, I don't know, man. Usually when you send staff home and you got people, you know, saying it's a ghost town at the facilities, you got the governor involved. It's usually not a good sign for the head coach. I don't even know how you come back from this after all that's come out now. And
Right.
quite frankly, we're going to get into. We're actually going to lead with that game. We're going to go into it right now because, quite frankly, Texas A&M 49, LSU 25. Quite frankly, when I watched that game last night, it looked like an LSU team that quit. I think they've quit, and at least that's the vibe I've got on them. And it was 18-14 at halftime, and I'm not gonna lie, I did sit there and think like this is like, oh no, we're gonna get 8-4 Aggies are gonna show up, and then in the second half, Austin, 35-7. Aggies averaged 6.1 yards per play. LSU 3.3. Aggies only threw the ball 3 times in the second half, ran for 138 yards in the second half. Man, just
Yeah. That 7 came with under a minute to go.
yeah. It was it's yeah, and on the I know we usually don't start with the losers. We always start with the like the
The
winners, but
positive, yeah.
yeah, usually start with the positive. So I guess I'll go to the Aggies things before we continue the LSU discussion. But the Aggies, man, they seem legit. We said it last week, and I think it's now. But what we said last week was, we kept waiting, and kept waiting. Like, is it gonna happen? And it hasn't happened. And I think it's safe to say it's not going to. I think this team is headed to either Atlanta or they're going to the playoffs. I think it's safe to lock them in.
I think it's safe to lock them into the playoffs. I still, as much as I love Marcel Reed, I mean, he barely threw for 50% yesterday. We went 12 for 21. He did have 2 touchdowns, but he also had 2 interceptions. So I still wonder if somebody finds a way to slow their their rushing attack down. Can he step up and win a ball game for him?
His legs. Remember, we talked about that Thursday. LSU and mobile quarterbacks.
Yeah.
His legs killed LSU.
Oh, absolutely.
Legs killed LSU. I think what's really impressive about Texas A&M is, like we said it Thursday, they do a lot of really good things, but nothing like great. They're just really good at everything, to be honest with you. They got good receivers, really good lines of scrimmage on both sides of the ball, good running backs. I mean, I think they got 2 injuries on the running backs, and then like their other dude is just still lighting it up. Like, it's just a really good overall, like really complete team, and I'm looking forward to seeing how they do the rest of the way. Which we only got 4 weeks left, but I'm looking forward to seeing what they can do in the
Quit saying
playoffs.
that. You did that Thursday.
Yeah. Any more on like the LSU? I mean, I don't even know what else more to say other than I think we were right about the defense.
Yeah, that has to be one of the worst losses in a night game in Death Valley. We should have done some research on that. That's lazy, but I'd be curious to see how long it's been since they lost by 2 dozen, especially at night in LSU. It was just a beatdown.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Mike in the press conference said, what did he say? He goes, somebody asked him a question and said, LSU at night's like, I don't know, it was some kind of crazy record, something getting won at night in LSU, and Mike Coco corrected him and said, 40 and 2 now.
Yeah. No, I love it. Yeah, for those that don't know me, I'm a huge baseball fan, and I was a little worried last night I was going to have to miss the World Series game, but ended up getting to watch the World Series because the second half of this game got ugly quick.
Yeah, yeah, it did. Yeah, it got pretty ugly. And yeah, but big win for A&M, LSU. Well, I guess maybe it'll happen during the show. I kind of hope it does. That would be pretty cool. But I guess we'll all, be waiting. I know LSU fans are definitely waiting hard on what's coming next. Ole Miss 34, Oklahoma 26. And I said that this Saturday was Thank You Saturday. And I know Oklahoma fans, if there's any watching, they're probably gonna get on me because they technically do still have a chance. Well, they do still have a chance, but thank you, Ole Miss, for eliminating Oklahoma because they're done. I don't care that they only have 2 losses; they're done. They're going to lose one more. So I appreciate you, Ole Miss, for not allowing us college football viewers to have to watch that horrible offense in the playoffs. Nobody deserves that, and I have a feeling this won't be the only thank you give me. I give this tonight. I'm just happy we don't have to watch that offense, man. I don't want to watch it. I don't want to watch it. I don't watch it anymore. I don't want to watch it anymore this season. I really don't.
Yeah,
I'm watching it, dude. It's like me and you say, it's the material bus show.
yeah, and that was against a really bad Ole Miss defense.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I tell you, the game, the players of the game in that game is Ole Miss offensive line. They only allow 12% pressure rate, zero. I think well, according to PFF, 0 sacks allowed. Um, I mean, that's pretty impressive considering the D line they played. I still think Oklahoma's defense is really good, but I tell you, man, for all the love that Sarkisian got last year, I think Lane's the best play caller in college football. I mean, he did have some stupid stuff happen. He did some stupid stuff.
He
Um,
did. He admitted to
the
some of it right there on the field.
yeah,
Yeah, you just see him apologize when he was on camera and he was like, "Sorry guys, that was stupid." When they drove straight down the field, and then for some reason he
yeah,
brings Austin Simmons in to throw two passes, and it's like, well, all right.
he's been
Um,
doing that a couple of weeks now, and I'm really getting tired of it. Like, look, Chambliss is your guy. Stop it.
yeah,
I I know you want to keep Simmons. I get it. It's because Chambliss leaves after this year. But we live in a portal world. Just go snatch something else up. I mean, you did a great job snatching an unknown and Chambliss. I'm
yeah.
sure. I mean,
I
credit to
mean,
you guys for finding that kid.
especially now, because what do you, what are the odds Lane Kiffin is at Ole Miss next season?
I'm starting to like the odds now.
Really?
I really am. I'm starting to like it. Maybe I end up wrong. Maybe he does go to Florida. I would be more scared if LSU opens up.
Okay, I guess that's what I'm more so thinking of with
Yeah,
just more positions opening.
yeah. I yeah, LSU opens up, I get scared, which looks like it's headed that way, especially with the development of his daughter dating the LSU linebacker. I mean, the
Hey,
whole reason Lane Kiffin didn't take the Auburn job, which if that decision was solely up to Lane Kiffin only, he would have been Auburn's head coach by now. We
yeah,
wouldn't be talking about Hugh Freeze at Auburn. It would be Lane Kiffin. The only reason Lane Kiffin didn't take that job was that his daughter. I mean, that's been the story that's been kind of preached through him and his daughter. I mean, she did not want to leave Ole Miss, but I mean, you got a daughter now that's dating an LSU player. I mean, that could be that could be deciding factor there.
yeah.
So yeah, if that opens up, I'd probably be worried, but man, he's just such a good play caller, dude. Like, yeah, he'll have those WTF moments in the game. He always does. That's just Lane Kiffin. Um, but
I think
damn,
I think to be a little outside the box like he is sometimes with play calling. You know what? You're gonna some things aren't gonna work out and they're gonna look stupid,
yeah,
but they
yep,
work out more than not. You know?
yeah, absolutely. And yeah, I mean, Oklahoma, like we said, it's the same story. Offense sucks when material isn't good, and quite frankly, he hasn't been good since the Michigan game, really. I mean, I think they had a cupcake after that, but he just hasn't been the same. And he was kind of like a what would you call it? Like, he's like all or nothing. Like there was even plays when he was playing good. There was even plays when you watch material, you were like, is he going to be able to keep getting away with this in the SEC schedule? Like when you would watch Michigan, I remember watching a Michigan game thinking like, I mean, he's good. I mean, I'm not knocking the kid, but I'm just like, I mean, he's kind of a wild card. And there were some things in the Michigan game. I was like, you do some of that shit in the SEC and you're gonna get penalized, and I think that's what's happened with him. He definitely needs to come back next year. But yeah, big win for Ole Miss. Do you think that Oklahoma's gonna be eliminated? Right? Can we just safely say that, or do you think?
I think so. I mean, I was just looking at their schedule. I mean, it doesn't get any easier. They've got
Yeah.
to go. Was that next week or a week after? No, Saturday they go to Knoxville.
Mm-hmm.
Then they're off a week. Then they go to Tuscaloosa, and then they have Missouri and LSU coming to them.
Yeah. And
Like that's their last four games. So, um, yeah, I think I think they could be done as soon as next week.
Yeah, I think so too. And I hope they are. I don't want to watch that. We'll get to a couple other. Actually, we'll get to one right now. Vandy 17, Missouri 10. Thank you, Vandy, for kicking Missouri out of the playoffs because I think we don't deserve to watch that either. I and I thought if Missouri, we both said this Thursday, I believe. I thought if Missouri took the run away from Vandy, they would win it. And well, Vandy didn't run the ball great. They had that one young kid had 4 carries for 86 yards, which is awesome. But the rest was pretty like eh. You had Alexander with 10 carries, 27 yards, Diego with 8 carries, 20 yards. If you would have told me that Thursday or you, Austin, I would have thought Missouri would have won the game. The only problem is Missouri couldn't run either. 4.6 yards per carry. I tell you, both teams didn't play good. I don't think either team.
I agree with that.
I watched that game and was like, yeah, I didn't feel good about either team. But with Vandy though, they found a way to win, and I thought if Vandy played a bad game, they would have lost. So that's pretty impressive in Vandy's side of things that they still found a way to win despite playing, I think, what's probably their worst game.
Yeah, it's so funny you said that because I kind of thought the same thing. Like I've been waiting on that game for Vandy to where they don't, play great, and we got it, and they still found a way to win the ball. I mean, that's what good football teams do, you know. Not every week's going to be perfect, but you still find a way to win.
And that's yeah.
Anyhow, we won't talk about that, but yeah.
We will around the scoreboard. We will.
I know. Honestly, I'm more impressed with this win than I am with some of their others, simply because they didn't have their A game and still found a way to come out with the win.
Yeah, it was impressive, and kudos to them. They got a big game coming up against Texas, so we'll see if they can continue it on.
Give me Vandy by double digits.
Oh, getting that
calling
clipped.
it now.
Getting that clipped. That is definitely getting clipped. Which I don't know why I'm trying to dress it up as that's shocking. That wouldn't shock me at all. Memphis 34, USF 31. USF is, I'm not going to give a thank you because I like both these teams. USF now out of the playoffs. And I'll be honest, I actually say that kind of sucks because I wanted to see USF in the playoffs just as a fan because I think they're a really good team. But man, it was 31-17. I love you, USF. I gave you credit. I think you're a phenomenal team. You choked. You choked that away. What a horrible choke job. Not the only choke job of the weekend. We'll get to another one later. But Austin, the first 6 drives for Memphis was 3 yards per play, and they had like a 55 offensive grade per PFF. Last 6 drives, 27 points and 7.2 yards per play. In the fourth quarter, 221 yards, USF 89 yards. It was just, it was wild. You actually turned the game off.
I did. When it went 31-17, I swapped it over to something else. I don't even remember what it was now, but and then I think you sent me a text, just said Memphis. So I knew what that meant. So I turned it back on, and yeah. Honestly, just watching all the pregame shows and everything Saturday morning, it was kind of everybody had the same points we did, and really wasn't giving Memphis a chance to win this game. So when they went up 31-17, I relaxed and moved on to the next game. But like you said, kudos to them for fighting back in it. But I'm with the USF laid down.
Yeah, it was like, yeah, kudos to Memphis, man. That Memphis, I think Memphis has got to play Tulane at some point, and I'm looking forward to that game. Kind of sucks that I'm not gonna lie. Just being a fan, I was kind of hoping for that USF Tulane championship game. I thought that would have been a lot of fun, but hey, kudos to Memphis and their quarterback, man, playing on a really bad ankle, and the way he played. I mean, that's just great for Memphis, man. Great for Memphis. That probably proves that last week for Memphis was a just kind of a one of those interim games,
Fluke.
head coach games that got
Yeah,
them.
Memphis
Yeah.
still has Tulane and Navy on their schedule,
Ooh.
so
I mean, what?
they're gonna have to earn their way.
Yeah. Thank you, Washington. Illinois, you suck so bad that I didn't even write the final score for you. I only wrote Washington 42, Illinois blank.
25.
25. It really doesn't matter. Thank you, Washington, though. I'm sure Brett, big guy, will count this loss as a good loss, and he'll whine about it at his next press conference and talk about how 2014 playoffs should get in so his average ass team can get in. But kudos to Washington for not subjecting us to them getting into the playoffs. Demont, I can't even talk. Williams, 37 times he dropped back to Austin. He was only pressured 4 times. Illinois secondary to me was pretty bad. Pretty bad. Pretty bad in this game. Yeah, Williams 26 for 33, 280 yards, 4 touchdowns. Boston 10 catches, 153 for a touchdown, and Coleman 14 carries for 75 yards and a touchdown. That's the kind of Washington team I've expected to see, and we finally saw it.
Yep. They finally had their coming out party. And what's that mean?
I accidentally clicked.
Oh, yeah. I mean, do you have written down the total rushing yards for Illinois?
I do not.
I was just curious because we talked about their O-line and how bad it was, but I mean, I was just looking right here, and I mean, Altmaier was their leading rusher with 48 yards.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty bad.
That's bad. And he's not even a mobile quarterback. That's probably just from scrambling.
No. I didn't even look it up either. But when I was watching the game, and to be transparent, I didn't watch this one with like keen, like I wasn't like on it. I had it on the side TV. But it looked like to me Altima or Luke wasn't pressured much, which I thought that was going to cause some problems for Washington because he's really phenomenal when he doesn't have much pressure. But kudos to Washington's offense to just, I mean, that's what I expected to see from Washington against Michigan because they have they have a really good quarterback, a wide receiver that's probably going to go in the first round. And a running back that's definitely going to be like a late first round, early second round pick. So really talented team. They're still not out of it. So they could make a little run, here. They only got 2 losses. So we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. I was looking to see who they had. I mean, they say 2 losses, and then they got to play Oregon last game of the year.
Oh yeah, yeah. But yeah, I mean, we don't have Oregon on the rundown, and maybe we'll talk about them around the scoreboard. But somebody in our group chat said we do need to have a conversation about my Oregon Ducks. That maybe they won against Wisconsin, but it wasn't pretty. It wasn't pretty, and they haven't looked quite as crisp as they did against since the Penn State game. Sorry, your wife is distracting me in TikTok, but she's having a Falcons conversation with a Falcons fan.
Seriously?
Yeah, she's still complaining. No, seriously, how do we beat the Bills but lose to the Dolphins? She's mad still. Here in a minute, I expect to F the Cowboys. BYU 41, Iowa State 27. Austin, BYU 28 carries, 103 rushing yards, 3.7 average, and LJ Martin got hurt. I'm pretty confident in saying if you would have told me and Austin that Thursday, we both would have drove to Atlanta, we would have got on a flight, would have flew to Vegas, and we would have put down every ounce of money on sorry for the people not watching on YouTube, on TikTok. Austin just slammed his headphones. He's upset.
They went out again.
2 things on this show that's guaranteed: the mute button beat me and Austin's AirPods beating him. Austin, if you would have told me and you Thursday though that would have been the rushing numbers, we would have flew to Vegas, wouldn't we?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Their quarterback looked good.
Dude, we'll get to him later in a segment at the end. Bear Bachmeyer, I hope I said that right. 22 for 35, 307 yards, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, 84.3 QBR, man. I mean, it's time. I've been hesitant to give BYU the love, but man, they find ways to win, and they're doing good. I mean, they're undefeated. I think BYU fans will be happy with me with where I have them ranked this weekend.
Well, we were high on BYU pre them losing their quarterback, and I just went blank on his name.
I can't remember either. Jake something.
There you go. Anyhow, and then it was like all of a sudden we just jumped completely off the bandwagon. But Bachmeyer has come in and is like, hold up, this wasn't necessarily a downgrade. And then you add the Russian attack that they've had on top of it. I mean, they're a good football team.
Yeah, and they have a game coming up, not this weekend, but they got one coming up, BYU, Texas Tech.
Yeah, they got a bye week this week. Their next game is Tech.
Coming off a bye week.
Hold up. You ready for this?
Uh-huh.
Texas Tech, TCU, BYU are their next. Cincinnati are their next 3 games. And then they finish with UCF, which isn't a cupcake, but
I mean, am I too early in giving praise? We'll see. I'm gonna give them praise though, because BYU fans have given me hell. That
BYU Texas Tech game, man, that's gonna be fun.
It is. It is. Did you see where game day's going?
No, I have not.
Game day is going to Cincinnati, Utah.
Really?
Yeah, Big 12 fans, I love you guys. Listen, I love the Big 12. We have, at least I have on this show. I'm not saying Austin hasn't or Season hasn't or anybody else, but I know I have paraded the Big 12 and been one of the biggest cheerleaders. You guys have complained about game day going to all the SEC games. Now they're on Twitter, Austin, complaining because that might mean the BYU Texas Tech game ain't going to game day. And I'm like, come on, you just finally got one. Just shut up. Enjoy it. Let's enjoy it. You got one. Let's enjoy it. I'm hyped that they're going there. I'm excited that they're going there. I also don't blame them for going to the best games out there, which is the SEC games. I hate to be that way, but it is what it is. But I'm excited they're going to Cincinnati and Texas Tech, and I don't necessarily think they would not go to BYU Texas Tech, but I do get that it may lessens the chances of that happening.
Cincinnati, Utah, right?
Yeah, Cincinnati, Utah. What did I say?
Texas Tech.
Oh, sorry. No, Cincinnati, Utah is who's playing. But, yeah, man. But anyway, yeah, big win for BYU. Rocco, he had 3 picks on that game. You just can't do that. I just think that was an incredible game for BYU. For a while there, it was looking like it was not going to go good for BYU. But kudos to them. All right, man, that's the fastest we've gone through the Big 5. Am I missing one?
I feel like you are.
I feel like I am too.
I feel like you sent me 6.
Thought I did too, but I think I only wrote down 5.
Aggies, Ole Miss, Memphis, South Florida, Washington, Illinois, Vandy, Missouri. No, we talked about them.
Yeah, we talked about Vandy, Missouri.
5. Yeah. I think we hit them all.
All right, well, let's do our game balls and dud of the weeks. My game ball is horrible timing. We should have done this. I should have talked about this game earlier. But Bear Bachmeyer, he's my game ball. I've not really believed that. I hate that I'm giving the game ball though, because I do not like that he wears number 47. It's just not right. It's not right. I hate it. I hate it with a passion. I hate it as much as I hate the Jordan logo on football uniforms. And those are 2 things that set me off. They rage me. They make me rage. And wearing 47 is horrible. But don't want to focus on the negatives because this is a game ball. He is he killed it. Kudos to him. He deserves a lot more praise from me than he's been getting. And BYU fans have been rightfully getting on my ass about not talking more about BYU. What's your game ball, Austin?
I got 2 game balls to give out.
Let's go.
First game ball goes to, I give it to the entire Texas A&M football team. To go into Death Valley, everybody's waiting on you to implode. I think deep down inside, everybody kind of felt this was going to be the game. And then the first half happens, and it's like, all right, we were right. And then just to come out in the second half, make the right adjustments, and just put a beat down on LSU, like I said, in Death Valley, that deserves a game ball. Second game ball. And I know you were going to wait to get into this and around the scoreboard. Maybe we jump into it now. Second game ball goes to Mr. Willie Fritz and them Houston Cougars, who we talked up preseason and really thought that, you have to go back and look at this because I don't know if you remember. We had a conversation. The conversation was, can they get to bowl eligible this season? And we went through their schedule, and it was like, I think he can do it. I think it'll be a good year if he does. They're now sitting at 7-1 after a huge win at Arizona State this weekend. So,
potentially. I would imagine they're still in the Big 12 championship race.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I love me some Willie Fritz. We talked about him a lot in the preseason, like you mentioned, and he's one of my favorite coaches. I knew he would turn Houston around, and he's going to consistently have Houston in that Big 12 title race. I love him. All right, dub of the week. Jeff Lebby, you suck, dude. I love you, man. I do. Mississippi State fans, I love y'all. Love the Cowboys. Love Mississippi State fans. I do love Jeb Lebby, but, man, you suck because you have subjected us to keep Texas into the playoffs. And that sucks because we do not deserve to have Texas in the playoffs, guys. We cannot let this team get into the playoffs. We cannot let them get in the playoffs. We do not want to watch that offense on a playoff game. But, Austin, entering Saturday, FBS teams that led by 17-plus points with less than 10 minutes to play have won 429 straight games. That ended this Saturday with Mississippi State. The ultimate choke job. Texas scored 24 straight points to win 45-38 in overtime. I just don't even know what to say. For one, why the hell are you punting to Ryan Niblett, who's a dangerous punt returner, one of the only bright spots on Texas's team other than the defense. I just, God, how did you blow that, dude?
Dude, I'm going to be honest with you. I missed it.
Yeah.
I remember I sent you a text that said the route is on in Starksville.
Yep.
And not long after that text, I had some time to help the wife get the kids ready for bed before the LSU game kicked off. And when I came back, it was tied. And I literally ran to the back where my wife was. And I was like, do you remember seeing that game before we went back there? And even she was dumbfounded by how that happened.
Yeah, I watched a good bit of it. It was I was pretty dumbfounded too. Just absolutely nuts. But yeah, that's my dub.
I watched the game up until they went up by like 17. I changed it. So
yeah, Lone Wolf in the comments on TikTok. I'm in Italy, sweet, and watched the game. I couldn't believe it. Hook 'em. That's awesome, Lone Wolf. Sorry for my comments. I have nothing against Texas Longhorns. I just think the offense doesn't deserve to be in the playoffs. I don't want to watch it. Austin, what was your dub of the week?
My dud of the week.
I said dub. I meant dud.
You did say dub. I knew what you meant. My dud of the week is gonna go to Prime time.
Oh, let's let's find that game.
Listen, negative 18 yards at halftime. 53-7. Look, I didn't expect you to win this game, but you got to show up better than that. You've brought Colorado too far. You're coming off. I mean, solid year last year. You have a Heisman winning player from Colorado. One of my complaints is with the Heisman has always been it doesn't go to the best player in the country. It goes to the best player on the best team in the country. We finally were able to break that narrative, last year. And that was just an embarrassment.
Yeah.
And I haven't heard his press conference. I'm assuming he called it an embarrassment.
I would imagine. I haven't gone and watched it.
Yeah.
I'll admit I was asleep on that one, but I did wake up at like 4 a.m. and it was on that replay. It was going into the halftime, and I had to rub my eyes and go. I mean, I knew Utah was going to win, but I was like, holy crap!
Right? Yeah. Look, I'm not. It's not a dud because you lost the game.
No, it's a dud because how you lost.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Yeah. All right, let's get around the scoreboard before we play a game tonight. We'll work our way up because I'm all the way at the bottom and I don't feel like scrolling all the way to the top and then just come working my way down. But anyway, let's see. Auburn, Arkansas. Auburn 33, Arkansas 24. Arkansas once again, man, they were up 21-10 at the half.
Yep.
Gosh.
Arkansas is so close to being a good football team, man.
Yeah, and I mean we say that every week, and it's just like you're there, and then I don't know, man. That's Hugh Freeze is saved again for another 7 days. I mean he's obviously still massively on the hot seat, but he has given himself another 7 days.
Yeah,
but yeah, man, I really thought Arkansas had that one. That was going to be. I put that game on because I think I had mentioned it on Thursday's show as a game that I think Arkansas was going to win, and they didn't do it. Jackson Arnold got benched though.
Yeah, he did.
He did.
He wouldn't comment on if that was a move going forward or not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't understand why he don't go. If I'm Hugh Freeze, I go the Billy Napier route. They have a quarterback who I'm assuming is the third string because he didn't come in after Jackson Arnold. But they have a quarterback that's similar. I would say he was as hyped as maybe not as hyped as Lagway coming in, but he was a pretty hyped quarterback in the recruiting circles. Like he's pretty big time when he was a high school player, and his name's Deuce Knight. I would just go all in on Deuce Knight and hope that he flashes that stuff he did in high school, and because that's what saved Billy's job last year was the potential of DJ Lagway, and I don't know, that's what I would do. But anyway, but hey, I'm just a delivery driver. I don't probably shouldn't listen to me. Kansas State 42-7.
Yeah, we missed that.
I really thought Kansas State, like, hey, they're playing a lot better than they did in that Dublin showing and other games that are showing. Maybe they're this year's Kansas team, because remember last year at the end of the season we were talking a lot about how Kansas was looking.
Yeah, I remember talking about preseason, like how they looked, if they could ride, how they finished the season up last year, coming into this year, they could be a dangerous team. But
yeah. How about Jake Dickert? I can't even say his name. Head coach at Wake Forest, 13-12 against SMU.
Yeah,
great job. I'll be transparent. I didn't, and I know I can speak for Austin. I didn't watch a second of this game.
No, not
so
at all.
Much analysis from me other than kudos Wake Forest, and what a phenomenal job by their head coach. Is Jonathan Smith era over at Michigan State? Michigan 31, Michigan State 20. That could be another opening coming.
Yeah.
Soon. I didn't watch. I watched a little bit of this. Justice Haynes being Justice Haynes again. We may have a discussion about Haynes coming up in a game that we're fixing to talk about probably. Houston 24-16. We kind of already talked about that. Willie Fritz doing Willie Fritz things. Arizona State. I think I've said this a couple of times this season. I underestimated how much Cam Scottaboo would be missed, and I underestimated how much help they didn't have for Jordan Tyson. So, Dave Aranda, he's gone too, probably, right? Cincinnati 41, Baylor 20.
Yeah.
I think he's out.
We're going at least we got we're gonna have a lot to talk about in the off season this year with all the coaches.
Jesus.
We're going to start a spreadsheet.
I know. It's crazy. Georgia Tech 41, Syracuse 16. I thought this was a potential
I did too.
Get you game because Georgia Tech's kind of like sorry for the coughing, y'all. Georgia Tech has kind of been playing with their food in a couple of games, and I was like, this could be the game that gets them. But no, they came out like game busters, and it was 41-16. Haynes Keene had a hell of a day. Yeah, hell of a day. Yeah, it was pretty.
Heisman watch now.
Yeah, he should be. He should be. Caitlin with a comment. Let's go Yellow Jackets. Oh man. All right, Austin. I've done a lot of talking. Let's let you talk. Alabama 29, South Carolina 22 for our Bama Minute with Austin Stone.
Hey, we won. That's all we need to talk about. No, man. I not to sound. I watched that game obviously from start to finish, and not to try to sound like a coach or anything like that, but man, South Carolina played on a different level this week. Their defensive line got after it.
Yeah.
We couldn't run the ball. They put pressure on Ty. They had him shook.
They did.
I will say this: a lot of drops again from the receivers. Ryan Williams had a huge drop. Even Jeremy Bernard had a couple of drops with some balls that maybe they weren't thrown perfect, but they still should have been caught. So I look at that kind of stuff and I'm like, all right, that can be cleaned up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Defensively, I thought we played pretty well because we gave up some points with a strip sack, gave them great field position. We gave up a touchdown after a muff punt, or they punted it and it bounced off one of our players, and that they recovered it inside the 30. So overall, I was actually pleased with the defense, other than the ability to tackle Leonard Sellers. But I mean, who can do that? Because that guy he's unbelievable. There was one time we sacked him. Literally 3 guys were looked like they tackled him, and the next thing you know, he pops out and he's running around the end.
Yeah,
and he's unbelievable. If he was on any other team,
that team would be instant national championship.
He's like Shohei Ohtani in baseball when he played for the Angels. He's just hitting home runs and striking people out left and right, but his team, everybody around him sucks. So, but no, I mean, kudos to them. But like I said, Bama's got some things to clean up. I told you earlier, I feel like every team has a game or two in the year that you don't play your perfect game. And, South Carolina, dude, I think that stadium is one of the most underrated places to play because they were. Did you see them ready to storm the field?
Oh yeah, I did.
Now that was a little far. Come on, guys, you're better than that. But that being said, I think it's one of those games we didn't play our best game. They played probably their best game, arguably, of the season. And you know what? We found a way to come out with a dub, and I'm going to take it and move on without looking too much into the struggles of that game. and hope it was just a one-off.
Yeah. I don't have much to add other than, just win in advance in this league. Just win in advance. And I mean, you could say that in a lot of places. I think we'll end it on here before we play a quick little game. Indiana 56, UCLA 6. We said before the week that we felt UCLA's fun run was going to end. Am I overreacting that I'm putting Indiana number 1 in our top 25?
I don't see how I don't see how you can't right now. They've earned that. I
I think so too.
If you're being honest with yourself, they've earned it. I wish they played a few more games.
Yeah.
In the regular season, so that we really knew who they were. I mean, to their defense, they played Oregon and took care of business.
Yeah.
Wasn't a fluke. They won by 10, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And they just obliterated everybody else.
Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, it's just, I put them number 1, so we'll see what my partners do in our group chat, and I'll be curious to see what everybody else is ranking. I think I've seen 3 other voters, and so far it's the status quo with Ohio State. All right, let's play a little quick game. I thought this game would be a lot more funner. I don't think it's as fun as I thought it was going to be, except for one game that I think I'm going to get Austin at. I only have 3 games here, Austin. It's time to guess the spread, and I think this may be a new segment every week. Time depending. And I'm just going to give Austin this. Austin has not looked. He's an honorable man, so I believe him. And plus, he was driving, and he was at a Falcons game, and I doubt he was paying much attention to the internet today. So we'll just, I know the spread of next week's games. Austin doesn't, and we're going to pick the ones that I thought were pretty curious. And I'm going to start with the one that I've kind of hyped up the most through our text messages, Austin. Utah versus Cincy. Guess the spread. I probably shouldn't have said that because now you're going to know something crazy.
No, I honestly, though, that game, I was thinking about it when you said that earlier, and I forgot about this segment. It's in Utah.
Yep.
I'm going to go Utah 2.5.
Utah 7.
Wow.
Utah 7. This reminds me of that UGA Ole Miss thing.
Yeah.
Even though that didn't end up being what, I thought it was going to be, but this may get me back with my Utah Utes, baby. I'm starting to believe again. Are
they sitting at 2 losses right now?
Yeah, 2 losses.
Yeah, they're still in the conversation then.
Yeah, what is Vegas trying to tell us? Cincinnati not as good as we think. We'll find out. This next one, it wasn't a shocker. It's more so of like, I can't believe this is where it's gone for this particular team. Austin, guess the spread. Ohio State, Penn State.
Oh, I'm gonna go Ohio State 17.5.
Close, 20. Damn. I mean, we'll count that as a win. You're three within. We'll count that as a win.
Yeah, I'll take that. That's insane, though, to go from everybody's preseason number 1. I mean, not everybody, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
To 20-point dogs to Ohio State.
If you would have looked up the summer lines of this game, it was probably 5.5, 3, or anywhere from 3 to 5, maybe. And it's a double-digit point spread. All right, last one. Texas, Vandy. Guess the spread.
Oh, you got me on this one. It's at Texas, right?
It's at Texas. I think it's noon. I think it's noon, too. Which is 11 their time. I may want to fact check that.
I'm thinking I don't know that Vegas is gonna favor Vandy in this game. I'm gonna say Texas 2.5.
Oh, you got another win. Texas 3.
3?
3.
Yeah.
Yep.
I can see that. That's probably where I would put it. honestly. I
Me
don't.
too.
And a little bit of that is just the mindset of it's Texas Vandy, and doesn't sound like it should be a game, but it would surprise me to see Texas blow Vandy out, but it wouldn't surprise me to see Vandy blow Texas out.
Yeah. This game's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to it. I hope Vandy puts a into our national nightmare of Texas offense. And last I heard, somebody could correct me in the comments, but I'm pretty sure Arch had a concussion.
Is that what it was?
That's what I seen on Twitter. But matter of fact, let me search that right now, and then we'll end the show. But hey, if everybody that's watching, we got a good crowd tonight, at least on Twitter, and a little bit on TikTok. If y'all could please go hit the like and subscribe button on YouTube at CFB_SZN. If y'all could just do us that huge favor, it really helps out the algorithm. It helps us out as a show. It helps us grow. And we can't do it without that. So please go hit the subscribe button. I'm not able to find it, so maybe I shouldn't have said that. But I'm pretty sure I saw that earlier. But we'll find out. I guess we'll find out. I won't say no more because I don't want to say nothing. I don't want to say it wrong. But anyway.
Hell, that might
right.
be that might be bad for Vandy.
Okay, we do got a comment TikTok. Knox Floyd. Appreciate you, Knox, so much. Arch is under concussion protocol. So if we're wrong, find Knox. No, I'm just kidding.
We'll blame it on Knox.
Yeah, we'll blame it on Knox. But I think Knox is right. Knox, I would imagine, went and looked it up. So awesome. We were right. Yeah. So Arch is under concussion protocol. So that'll be something to watch. But all right, everybody. We appreciate y'all. Join me and Adam Tuesday for our SEC show. We'll recap some SEC games, preview some SEC games. We'll talk. Maybe Brian Kelly's fired. I don't know. We would have an answer by Tuesday.
If it's happening, it'll be done by then.
Yeah. So, and then me and Austin will be back Thursday night to preview week 10. Appreciate everybody that tuned in. We'll see y'all next week.